C from Jump for Joy Children's Foundation, and today we have another fun arts and craft project to make for you to make at home during this quarantine. The supplies you'll need to make this project is going to be, you can use regular, ordinary magazine pages, anything colorful would make a great bead. You can use regular printing paper. This one just happens to be pink. Or you can use cardstock. Or if you feel super creative, you can take a piece of printing paper and create your own design for it. You'll also need to have a pair of scissors, glue, a plastic straw, and you'll need to have twine, or in this case, if not twine, you can use ribbon. If you have stretchable jewelry cord, you can use rubber band, and this is the one that has the twine on it. Clear nail polish, or the glitter polishes. The clear will give you a glossy look to your beads, and the glitter ones will make them sparkle and shine. Okay, so to begin, we cut one straw in half, equally in the center. It's about a half. And I decided to use magazine for my to make my first bead. I like all the beautiful colors in this pattern right here. You can pick any part of the page. I could even come down here and pick part of the page. Okay, so what I do is the size that I want for the paper to fit my straw, which I'm going to roll the paper onto the straw. It's about 4 inches wide by 5.5 inches long. So once I measure out the size, I cut my paper. Doesn't have to be super straight, super exact. You can always trim it off later. And if you decide to make your own paper for your beads, watercolor makes a great one, so does crayons, or you can use your paints. Okay, so once I've cut out my paper to make my bead, I turn the paper over on the opposite side that I want to use, and I put a small amount of glue right at the end. And I take my straw and I place it right in the center. And I begin to roll the paper onto the straw. And once I get to the end, I put another small amount of glue, not too much so it's not too wet or too thick. And you just kind of mash the two together. Push it together until it sticks. And this is how we have our So with my scissors, I like the beads that I have made already are they're just about 1/2 inch. The longer ones are not that great for curving around your wrist, so about 1/2 inch is what I use. So this is pretty cool. So I get my scissors and I just kind of eyeball it. 1/2. Let's see, maybe we'll put it here sort of. So these are the beads that I've made for my. Now what I usually do is, so for these beads I want to use, I'm going to put a little sparkle on them. So I usually get a cup and a shish kebab stick, and I put this for my beads to dry. So this, I think I'm going to use this glitter one. And this is optional. If you don't have the nail polish, it's perfectly fine. But for this, I'm going to put the nail polish on. So it makes it a little sparkly. Gives it a little bling. So I'm going to give you a second to get yours all painted, if you have it, and let them dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that our beads are dry, now comes the fun part. Oops, this one looks like it wants to come up a little bit. So now comes the fun part. We're going to string our beads up. And there are several things you can use around the house to string your beads. This bracelet here, I strung the beads on 2 rubber bands. I cut the rubber bands in half, and it makes a fun bracelet. Super fun, cute. This bracelet I put together using ribbon. I made a knot so the bead would stay inside, and it's a knot, a bead, a knot, just 3. And this one I would tie onto my wrist. Okay, the other thing that you can use besides the rubber bands and the ribbon, you can use twine to put your bead, thread your beads. And this is twisted party paper. Makes a great little string for your beads. I happen to have some leftover gift wrap from the holidays, some stretchable, so I'm going to string mine on this. The other thing, to embellish my bracelet, I have some beads. These are sparkly metallic beads, and these are regular seed beads in different multicolors. So what I usually do is I get one, I'm going to start with the star, and then I add a bead. And then I think I'm going to add a pink. And a bead. Go to blue. And a bead. Another pink. You know, the beads, if you make enough, you can also make a necklace or matching necklace and bracelet set. Oops, not quite dry. Okay, so I'm going to cut this at an angle to get rid of that raveled edge. And I'm going to cut this here because my bracelet is really too large for me. So I'm going to take a few off. Maybe you can make 2. And so when you make your bracelet, be sure if you use elastic to roll it on. Oh, I could have left those other ones in there. But roll it on. Yep, perfect. There you are. And I'll snip this off. And I would put a spot of glue right in my knot to hold it. Just a little bit. It will dry clear. And that'll keep the knot secure. Alrighty. Okay, well, I hope you enjoy making your bracelets. Like I said, this is stretchable cording, rubber bands, ribbon, or twine. Have fun, and we'll see you the next time. And don't forget to look at our other YouTube videos for Jump for Joy, J-O-I. See you next time. Thank you.